and thank you very much for joining me. This is our show, Zsuzsanna Medium, and I'm your host, Zsuzsanna Hörcsög, and I'm coming to you live from the UK, from the Midlands. And I think I know I'm always saying this, but I'm always so grateful and so excited to be here with you on Tuesdays. I'm always here at 3:30 p.m. EST and 8:30 p.m. GMT. And as I'm talking to you, I tell you a little secret how the whole thing works. I'm talking into that little, very, very delicate light in front of me. And it's quite fascinating, because before the show, I asked Spirit Consciousness, give me something to talk about, show me what I need to talk about. And, that is a point when I start walking around and I start thinking about what I'm going to talk about. Should I talk about the garden? Should I talk about the flowers? Should I talk about the picture? Should I talk about what the picture means behind me? Should I talk about this or that, or colors, or the energies, or frequencies, or music, or books, or anything, or cars in front of me? But then the fascinating thing is, it always comes, the moment, what we need to talk about always comes to us. And while we are talking, if you are able to watch me, if you are able to see me, just take a little note or just cast your eye on the picture behind me. When I decided to put a picture behind me, I just realized that actually I have a few flowers, a few pictures of dandelions, and it's quite fascinating because how they, when you pick up a dandelion, wherever you're in the earth, I hope you know what a dandelion looks like, tastes like, smells like. Yes, because you can eat the whole thing, you can use up the whole plant. But this particular picture behind me represents so much. Not just the beauty of that simple plant, a simple flower, but, there is one flower and all the little particles, when you blow or when the wind blows, takes all the many, many hundreds of little particles to many, many different places. So one flower can become many, many flowers. And then if you are looking after that flower, it becomes many, many flowers. And when I said, that is a plant which can be used for many, many purposes. You can eat it. You can make coffee out of the root. You can eat the leaves as salad. And guess what? I'm enjoying it. Beautiful, beautiful addition to my salad. So addition to any of the other things growing in my garden. But metaphorically, just think about that. You have your life as one person, and then we can live our life really concentrating on ourselves, our own mission, our own mind and thoughts and questions and everything, of course, because we are looking at the world from our own point of view, from our own perspective. But then just think about that, when you send out an inspirational thought or when you send out a question, many, many other people and many, many other conversations and communities can be impacted, can be affected by your own self. And sometimes we really need to concentrate on our thoughts, but sometimes it's enough just to be ourselves and enough to be our own light, without thinking or without doing anything. And then just with that light, you can impact so many other people, So my invitation for you for this week, now it's October 2021, just feel into that. Don't think, stop thinking. We don't need to think about this. Just feel into that. Who are you? What is your energy? What is your frequency? What is your mission? And then just let those questions go, just like the flower is letting the little bits flying off. And they will land. And then if there is a person who needs to find you because of your light, because of your energy, because of your frequency, that person is going to come to you. If you are thinking about finding a new job, let it off, let it out, let the request, send it up, send it away, send that request away, and then just wait how it is going to find you. Because as we move forward, we need to tune into some different types of frequencies, you know. Yes, it's important to have our mind, which is helping us to exist in this reality, three-dimensional reality. But then as we are moving forward, oh my goodness me, we are really invited to shift our thinking, shift our energies, because how we are sending out the request, the question, sending it off. And when we need to receive something, it's going to find us, you know, just like the flower, sending off the little particles. And then when the new flowers are ready to grow, they will start growing. They will find the soil. They will find the environment. Maybe they will go into your neighbor's garden. Maybe your neighbor needs those vitamins and minerals and what that flower can provide, you know. So, or maybe finding an animal and the animal needs to eat that particular flower, you know, or the plant. So my invitation is, yes, have a request, have a thought, but don't get attached to it and just let it out, you know, let it off. And then the thing, whatever you are naming or labeling, a work, job, relationship, financial conversations, anything what you might be thinking of, is going to come to you when you need to receive it, you know, and in a way how you need to receive it. So as you are continuing watching this show, and if you can see the picture, just take it with you. I might actually take a picture of this and then put it onto my Facebook page. So it's just so beautiful to share. And since I mentioned my Facebook page, you are welcome to pop over there, Zsuzsanna Medium, and my website is the same, zsuzannamedium.com, and it's always 9 letters, ZSU, ZSA, and an A in Medium. So it is, oh, thank you, our lovely producer Dave. It is a dandelion. In its simplicity, it provides just so much. So here we go. Thank you very much for sharing the picture here. So let's see. I'm going for our first caller, who is Barbara in Albany, New York. Is ready. So Barbara, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Lovely to hear your voice. How can I help you today?
I'm having some health challenges, and I was wondering if you could shed any light on that.
Spirit consciousness is giving me the sun energy in front of me, for my right, to my right, immediately to my right, and then in a way that, you know, how we can look into the sun, if you understand that, how we can look into the sun, and it you know, sometimes you really feel it's really glaring into our eyes, you know, or just like, you know, when we drive and then the oncoming traffic, there is a light coming to us directly into our light, and we're not able to see as we are moving forward. Now, would you understand, Barbara, within your conversation that, yes, I want to move forward, but I am feeling that somehow something is really glaring it into my face, into my reality, and then it is not really allowing me to focus on where or how I need to move forward. Would you understand that, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. You see, I really like how, you know, we can create a conversation, because your question was about health and well-being, you know, but then consciousness is giving us something. And then while I'm focusing on the sun, it's, you know, since we've got two eyes, we cannot really do that with one eye. We focus on one thing, and the other eye, we focus on the path ahead. So what spirit consciousness is saying that, yes, you have put your focus, quite a lot of energy went into certain people and certain conversations. And now as you are moving forward, maybe it is the time that you switch that off. You know how we can put our hand up and then just putting, you know, just closing that the disturbance over there, and then really focusing on how you are moving forward. Now, while I'm doing how I'm moving forward, spirit consciousness is giving me a piece of paper. It is an empty piece of paper, and I'm seeing lines, you know, and then how I feel that as I have moved forward the last 2-3 weeks, and also the last 2-3 months, time has passed that I have not really put my attention to what was really, or what has been really important for me. Would you understand that, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, also, would you understand our grandmother on your mother's side, and also a gentleman whom you would understand as a father? Okay, so it's, I don't want to put you that into spirit consciousness, spirit world, but then somebody who feels like your father, a father energy. So I've got 2 different energies here: grandmother on your mother's side and your father energy. Would you understand the grandmother, please?
Yes. Okay.
Thank you. And then how I am having the two of them, it's what they are showing me as if they are not seeing eye to eye, and then how it's not just not seeing eye to eye, but then with you when they were around with their energies, you sometimes felt I have to listen to this one and I'm living my life according to that opinion or that advice. And then there were other days when I was listening to the other one and their points of view were just really, really the two ends of one conversation. Would you understand? That's really opposing ideas sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Really, thank you. And I feel that, it goes back to how we started the conversation because, sometimes we can spend a little bit too much time just by listening to other people because we feel that we need to listen to their ideas. We need to listen to them first before we can move forward. And what spirit consciousness is saying that, you've got that strength, you've got that enough strength within you to move forward without anybody saying anything or advising anything. And then I have a sense that, if you really put your mind to really put the focus on the path, how you are moving forward, doesn't matter what people are saying, because you will know what is really important for you. And then there will be quite a lot of people who will be very surprised by your new attitude, that you suddenly don't listen to them. And then suddenly you start doing something which is quite opposing to their ideas, I feel that, it's something we can always, all of us can take on that yes, up to a point in our life, it served us asking people for advice and tips and how shall I do things. But then when we are in a place when we intentionally put the focus on, now, you know what, I really want to know what I can make out of my own life and how I can make decisions. And through me making the decisions, I'm going to find my way. And then I tell you what, once you step into that space, at the very beginning, it could be quite, oh my goodness me, what am I doing, or how would I be able to sort things out? But when you step into that space, after a while, we calm down, we sense that peacefulness, and then within that space, then the ideas come forward, and then they are nothing compared to anything what any of your, even the most loved people around you could have ever said, So this is what I feel for Barbara. Now, would you understand November the 9th and the 11th as someone's birthday, passing, or celebration, please? A significant time at the beginning of November, please.
Yeah.
You do, thank you. And I also need to go for the 4th of April. 4th of April, the other side of my circle of my year, the 4th of April, 3rd and 4th of April. And I feel there is a date related to the grandfather who is the partner of the grandmother, 4th of April, or 4th of April. And then it's interesting how they are showing me, thank you, interesting how they are showing me the timeline. I mentioned I always see the year as a circle, so November for me is here, April is the other side. And then within your conversation here, just feeling that, yes, I am here, and then I need to look over there. I need to have a little bit broader view, how we could be, when we are really feeling ourselves, or keeping ourselves limited because we just don't know what to do or how to do things, or we are waiting for other people. And even when they say what to do, they are giving us their ideas, and it's still not, we are not entirely sure, But then what Spirit says that, okay, I have listened to that, step into a breathing space, you work on yourself, and then just really take a big leap, because I want to see what is happening, not just tomorrow or next week, but what is going to happen in 5 and 6 months time. And in fact, what I need to say is that is actually the first step, 5 or 6 months. The next one is going to be 18 months. And then in a way that, when you put the point of reference over there for you, it means that whatever happens, nobody's going to talk you out of your own ideas. That is what I feel. And once you step into that reality, just like with the flower, how we started at the beginning, Just like with the flower,
Yeah.
once we put the focus there, what we need to receive and when we need to receive it is going to come to us. Sometimes it happens that it happens within a few days, sometimes weeks, sometimes months, sometimes a few years. But then what we need to receive is going to find us. Spirit consciousness is not taking us anywhere, because we have our task and our responsibilities and our duties and our human experience here. So, we've got these little lessons. We just need to tune into different reality. We need to train ourselves. You can have a little conversation, a little game around this, Barbara. So for instance, when you are asking a question and a very close relative or a friend would say something, but within yourself, you feel that you need to do something else, just pause, pause and then listen. Okay, which one is really making me excited or making me feel alive, or any, just feel what your senses are showing you. And then you will know the way, which way you need to go, So that is what I can say to you today, Barbara. So I hope it made sense.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you so much.
You are very, very welcome. Feel free to find me, send me an email how you are getting on with everything what you are creating. So it's like, we can do this, covering our ears, sometimes covering our eyes. And then, okay, so what am I feeling? What is really resonating? And I'm going after that. Because once I step into that reality, then things are lining up for me, So here we go. Thank you very much for coming.
Will do. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, sending you lots of love. Thanks very much. Thank you. Lovely, lovely. So amazing. We've got a picture behind us and then a conversation coming forward to you lovely, lovely people, audiences. So let's go for our second caller, who is Marky in New Albany, Indiana, is ready. So Marky, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Lovely to have your voice. How can I help you today, please?
I just like to see what you see in my future. Like, if I have anything that's going to be great happening, or
what I am feeling. Oh, can you hear me, please? Yes, we are here. Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
So what I'm feeling, even if I'm listening to your voice, that I've got one option here and I've got another one. And then, yes, just take the option, or just not that you are taking the option, but look at it. And then you know very well that, when you want to take something or not, So as you are moving forward, I feel that I will have two options in front of me, and then just look at it, but don't necessarily take it, because I feel that, what is really resonating with you. I feel that as if I have not really found what I am really looking for. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
And in a way, because I'm asking spirit consciousness, so which area we need to go, and then in a way that I have not even formulated the question, So even when your question was, so what would I see for you? I feel that within you need to ask the question. It's quite interesting, actually. Within you need to ask the question, So what area of my life, or having yeah.
Sorry. Like, what do you see, like, in my love life, or because I was like in some bad relationships, and I just don't know, like, if I'm going to find someone that's going to be right.
Yes, it's quite interesting. It's good that you are asking this question. It's a little bit similar to the previous caller, because what I feel that when you are looking at the opportunities right now, it's good that you are not taking, because right now this is our frequency. So sometimes we need to look at the thing what we don't want, so that we know what we want, And I feel that as you are moving forward, take it that actually, you know what? Yes, I'm looking at this person. Am I going to be in the same relationship because of the frequency of the person, or the person is bringing into my life, or what I'm offering to the person? But I feel that you will know that this is not what you want, And I feel that it is not just once, it's twice or three times it's going to come to you. And it's interesting how spirit consciousness is showing this conversation to me, because it's on my left side and on the side, So it's not in front of me. So it means, in my understanding, it means that yes, I'm considering it, but I'm not taking. It's not a big focus for me. I need to notice it because there is a lesson there. But otherwise, I know it's not me, So I feel that for you, there will be 2 or 3 little frogs we need to meet, little, the story, you need to kiss the frog to meet the prince, there is that story. So I think that is what's coming up, So we need to see what we are receiving, but then we need to know that we are not that frequency, and then that is not what we need. Time-wise, what I feel is that this year goes as it is, and then we will need to concentrate on January and February onwards, and I feel that February onwards is a time when things are getting a little bit more livelier for you. I feel that, yes, I know that certain restrictions and, whichever area of the world you are right now, we can't do certain things, but I feel that right now, use this opportunity to, okay, I look, I pause, I wait, I just sense, is it really what I want or something else? So even when I say January and February, it doesn't mean that I sit back and wait for the person in January and February, because you need to have this experience right now. If we sit back and then the person comes in January and February, it means that your frequency is the same as it is right now. It meaning that the person who is coming to you will have the same frequency, so same frequency as, so you yourself need to do your own experiencing my own life, experiencing my own life, and then I need to have, and then I need to move forward. And by you experiencing this, you will raise your own frequency. And it means that as you are moving forward, January, February and March onwards, then because your frequency is higher, the person who is also on a higher frequency is going to resonate into your life, because when we send out that request, similar to this, the previous caller, when we send out the request, then the person and then the situation is going to come to us when we need to receive it. Sometimes it comes within 2 days. I feel for you, we need to have this little waiting time. And it's not waiting time, but then we need to experience what we need to learn first, because once you figure out, once you get the lesson, it is not going to come back to you, And then even when your question is about relationship, once we learn, once we experience what we need to experience, then it's not going to come back, because we learned the lesson, and it's not going to be the lesson as we move forward, whether we talk about relationships or work-related conversations or anything like that, because you have gotten the lesson, what you needed to gotten in that sense, So does it make sense, Marky?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Yeah. Yes. I tell you what, just looking at what is here, and then, okay, I have received these lessons and these situations because of a reason. I'm acknowledging it. I'm grateful for that, So immediately, actually, it's a good point. We talk about this because we tend to push it away. I don't want that. And actually, what? I don't want that. And then, oh my goodness me, I'm meeting the same type of person again, or the same energy I'm feeling. It means that I'm receiving it because I'm talking about it, and then spirit consciousness doesn't make any difference between the real thing or how I am talking about it, So when you get something or somebody, and I'm not, this is not what I want, yes, that is the reality, but you know what, actually I'm grateful for that. For some reason I got it. Let's just look at it what it is. Is it what I want or not? No, it's not. And then I'm letting it go, but I am grateful for that because that's an experience, And I'm grateful because I got the experience right now and not 6 months later, And then when you get the next one, okay, there's still something I need to learn. Maybe need to shift something around me. Maybe need to shift the barriers I'm keeping around me so that I'm able to breathe. And it means once I'm breathing, then not those people who have the frequency who want to attach ourselves, touch themselves to ourselves, levitate into our reality, So that is what I can say, Marky. So I hope I could help you and it made sense.
Yeah.
Lovely. I tell you what, thank you very much for calling in, and feel free to let me know how you're getting on with everything. And then feel free to find me on my Facebook page, Zsuzsanna Medium, or send me an email, hello@zsuzannamedium.com, and let me know how you're getting on with everything, I feel that when we get to next year, March, April, when now there are really things moving forward, and then for April, Spirit is giving you a trumpet. So in a way that I am standing out and I'm stepping out and I'm saying what is really important for me. Nothing is going to stop me, So that is what I can say. So Marky, thank you very much for being here. Thank you. Thanks for calling in. And rest, you are very welcome. Thank you. And the rest of our audience, thanks very much for being here, tuning in. I'm always here on Tuesdays, 3:30 p.m. EST, 8:30 p.m. GMT, and 5:30 a.m. in the Australian times. And oh my goodness, we are sending you lots of love and blessings and healing vibes. Come to my Facebook page after this live show, where I'm going to do a few readings. And have a beautiful week. Remember the picture and all the words what we were given today. So I'm very grateful, and thank you very much for our producer to bring the show together. So thank you very much. See you next week, and have a wonderful few days ahead. Thank you. Thanks. Bye.